Good afternoon, everybody. I'm coming back with another video for you guys today. So today we got back another PSA order. It's been out well over a year. I want to say probably closer to a year and a half. It's been quite a while. This was another group submission I did through MikeO. MikeO does a fantastic job. Always does these group submissions in a well-organized, just fantastic manner. He always comes through. He always does everything on his end. I'm sure it's a ton of work for him. And especially with these PSA orders that have been out for a long time, I can only imagine how much more work it is. But we finally got this back. Looks like, I believe we got 8 cards back. Some football, some baseball. And I think with this order, this is going to be a perfect example of the issues I have with PSA. Like, I know that PSA is considered the best grading service, the best grader, the most for your value. But I think with this order, it's going to give a good example of why I don't use them as my primary grader. And we'll get to that. But anyways, I'm glad to get these cards back. I definitely got some nice ones. Got some for the 88 Topps graded set that I was putting together. I'll get into that in this video as well. But just glad to get these cards back, and a huge thank you to Mike. Just always, like I said, does a great job, and he does SGC submissions now. So if anybody's ever interested, I'll put a link to his channel in my description. You guys could go check it out and get the info from him if you want to join future group submissions. So let's get going with these cards. What I'll do is I'll pull these off to the side, and I'll just go one by one. I'll start out with the football cards first, and then we'll go to baseball. So the first card I got back is this 2019 Panini Rookies and Stars Patrick Mahomes. It's a base card. We got back a mint 9. And you guys got to remember, when I sent these in, I want to say these were like $10 or $11 a piece. So that's why you'll see some of the cards that were sent in, because at the time I was trying to get cards to flip, primarily base cards. And so we were able to get this Patrick Mahomes at a 9. Now, I will say, I know some of you might question why I'm doing this, but if you watch my gem mint grading video, I got a Josh Allen in 2019 Rookies and Stars base card. Looks just like this, except it's Josh Allen. And I think with gem mint grading, I got a 10. I just recently sold that card maybe about a week or so ago. I sold it for $55 plus shipping, and the shipping went international, so it was quite a bit of money. So I got $55 for a base Rookies and Stars Josh Allen through gem mint grading. So I definitely think if you can find the right situation in the right company at the right price, you can still flip lower end base cards, superstars, that sort of stuff. And so hopefully we'll be able to do the same thing with this Patrick Mahomes. So that is the hope. So we got a mint 9, like I said. Here's the back of the card. This one I have no qualms with. I was thinking it was either going to be 9 or 10. I had no doubts, 9 or 10. Obviously, I pulled it straight from the pack, and with it being a newer card, you know, quality control usually is better. So that one was not surprising. Got a 9 on it. The next one I got is this 2019 Panini Rookies and Stars Dak Prescott Great American Heroes. This got a gem 10. It's an insert card, and it's got the chrome look, chrome effect to it. So I was testing out my, this was actually the first chrome card I had sent in, even though I got it after I've gotten others back. But this is the first time I tried to prep it, clean it, make sure that it was good to go. We were able to get a 10 on it, so I'm definitely glad at that. I was thinking a 9 or 10 for this card, of course. So the 10's even better. So hopefully we can list this and get some good money for it. I checked out eBay earlier, and I have not seen a Gem 10 sell, and I don't think that there's even a graded card of this listed, so I'm hoping we'll be able to pull some good money. Dak Prescott had another good year. Of course, he's Cowboys quarterback, so, you know, he has a lot of followers, so we'll see how we do with that card. These are just going to fall, so I'm just going to have to move them to the side. Maybe I'll just leave one up at a time or something. No. Okay, moving on. So the next one we got is a 2016 Panini Prestige Dak Prescott rookie card. This got a mint 9. Again, I was thinking 9 or 10 on this card, of course. Got a 9. It's a Dak Prescott rookie. What can you say? Just like what I said about the previous Dak. A lot of followers, good quarterback. It's his rookie card, graded in a 9. Again, hoping to pull some decent money with this. But we'll have to see. So glad to get this one back. Obviously, I would have liked to have got these football cards back more during the season, but you know, you can't do anything about that. So got that one. Now the rest are baseball. So this next one we got is the 1991 Fleer Pro Visions Mark McGwire. Got a near mint 8. When I sent this in, I was thinking an 8 to a 9, somewhere in the middle there. I was even thinking maybe an 8.5, even though those are hard to get. The centering overall is really, really good on the card. You can see the front. The front does not have hardly any damage at all. I mean, it's pretty clear for a black card. You don't see much white anywhere. The only issue I had with the card is on the back. You can see some edge wear at the top and on the side there. Again, it's the back of the card. I know PSA isn't as strict on the back of the card as other companies are, but the card is well centered. So I was thinking 8 to 9. We got an 8, so we barely squeaked in. We'll see. I haven't decided if I'm going to keep this or if I'm going to list it. I have, thanks to a lot of you guys, I have a few of these in the collection already. So I don't know if I wanted to keep this one or not. So we'll see. I'm undecided yet. So that's it for those. The rest are my 88 Topps cards. So if you guys don't remember, back when grading was affordable, I was working on the 1988 Topps set, and I was working on trying to get the entire set graded. And so I started sending in shipments to PSA and SGC to get them graded. This is back when they were like $10 a pop, and probably have about 50 or 60 in the set graded. Well, we all know that has now changed. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this project. Obviously I can't see sending in to PSA or Beckett what the price is now. SGC is even at $30, $25 if you go group submission. That's high for 88 Topps, you know, because most of it's not worth anything. So unless I can find a grading company to do these at a I don't want to say a reasonable price, because grading companies there's a lot of grading companies out there at a good price. It's just a reasonable price for 88 Topps. You know, it's not like I'm making any money on this. It's not like you could flip them easily or anything like that. So it's more of just for nostalgia and to complete my set. So if I can't find a grading card company at a lower price that I'm happy with, the set might have to be put on hold. But let me get showing you. So here we're going to discuss why I have issues with PSA. And it'll be these first two cards, okay? So this first one is a Harold Baines 1988 Topps. Came back a 6, okay, guys? This came back a 6. Now, I put this under the light. I went through this. There is nothing wrong with the surface at all. Nothing wrong. There is nothing wrong. Like, if you look at the card, there's nothing wrong. Here's the back of the card. Nothing wrong. Okay? Look at the centering. The centering is almost dead on. You can make an argument that it's a little, top to bottom, a little off. It might be a little bit off, but it's not off for a 6. Okay? Now, if you look at the corners, this is pack pulled. The corners are all nice and sharp. The only argument you can make is maybe for this corner is a touch soft, but again, touch soft on one corner is not a 6. Okay? So then you look at the edges. We've covered everything else. Surface, corners, edges. Or surface, corners, and centering, right? So when we look at the edges on the front here, there is no paint loss whatsoever, right? There's no color loss. on the front. There's nothing. When you flip it over to the back, there's nothing, okay? And the card on the back is actually centered pretty well too. It's off a little, but again, PSA does not, you know, they don't really grill you hard for the backs as much. So I get this card and it's a 6, okay? Completely wrong. It's not even a 6. Like, I could crack this and I would honestly be willing to bet that I could send it to any company. Beckett, SGC, you guys could pick the company I send it to and it's going to get at least an 8. Easily. This card, when I sent it in, I knew was an 8 or 9. 8 or 9 all day long. All the other cards I sent for the 88 top set that I've done, with the exception of, I think, 1, every card I've sent in has gotten at least an 8. Asking for 9s and 10s on this set, especially 10s, is really difficult. 9s can be somewhat difficult, but you can usually get to the 8 and 9 range pretty easily just by looking at the card over. This, as a 6, is just garbage in my opinion. And to back that up, my next card is Andres Thomas. This got an 8. So if you look at this card, and I sent this in knowing centering was off. I was shooting for an 8. So I was thinking this card was an 8. This card was 8 to 9. So the centering is completely off. So if you look at this, centering is off. This card has an advantage, right? And if you look at the surface on this one, and I don't want to be nitpicky, but if you want to look at the surface, there's a print dot right there, okay? And I knew the print dot was there. This one, there is no issue whatsoever. So on the surface, this one's better. Surface and centering, this one's better. So you want to look at the corners, right? So the corners on this one were pretty sharp, and I'm not surprised. So you can call that a draw, right? Or maybe this one's a touch better. But, you know, let's call it a draw. And then so the last thing is edges. And again, just like the Harold Baines, this Andres Thomas does not have any edge wear. So we call that a draw. So at a minimum, this is an 8. In actuality, this is actually a better card than this one. And this one got an 8, which is what I was expecting. So this is my issue with PSA. My issue with PSA is their grading has always, in my opinion, fluctuated. It's been suspect, let's be real. It's been suspect, their grading. It depends with them. It seems like more on who you get grading than anybody else, okay? Secondly, I have concerns with them trying to rush to catch up, that they're probably not even doing in-depth grading, in my opinion. They're probably just slapping grades on it, just looking really quick, slapping grades and getting them out, because there are millions of cards behind at this point. But this is why I'm frustrated with PSA. They are considered the best, and I by no means am an expert grader, and I can tell you that this card is obviously way better than this card. And yet this card is 2 grades lower. It just frustrates me to no end. That's why, like, PSA asking for more money, they're not going to get it from me. I'm not going to go to PSA. PSA at $10, I was fine with, and that was even hard because I'm not a PSA fan. But PSA at $50 or whatever, it's just a joke. Like, I'm not going to ever go to PSA again. Like, their prices would have to come way down again for me to go back. But I'm not a PSA fan. I never have been a PSA fan. And this just proves to me why I'm not. Like, seriously, people can knock Beckett and SGC and others all day long, but, like, this is a joke. And these cards were side by side. You could look at the serial number. Look at the serial number. They're one off. They were side by side. So the person looked at this one first, and then this one second, and this one got a worse grade. Blows me away. It just irritates me. So that's my little rant. I just don't like PSA. I'm not a PSA fan. So my next 88 tops is Jamie Moyer. This got a 7. Again, I have issues with it. I think if I cracked this out, I would get an 8 or 9 all day long. It's centered pretty much perfect. Corner wear is none. It's like sharp corners all the way around. No paper loss, no color loss, no nothing. I don't know what they're looking at. The person that was grading this was just sleeping. Like, they were just horrible. So that's low. And the last one is Bill Schroeder. Again, I have issues with this. It's centered pretty much dead on again. And guys, try to find 88 top centered is hard enough. So I'm just telling you. This was dead centered. Again, corners look good. everything looks pretty good. I don't, a 7, again, this was an 8 or 9 all day long. I guarantee before they shut down, these probably would have all gotten 8s and above easily. The lowest grade probably would have been that Andres Thomas, which is now my highest grade, which is just ridiculous. But anyways, so that's that. I don't know what's going to happen to my 88 Tops graded project. I'm not going to use PSA, obviously. SGC is priced a little too high to send in 88 Tops. So I'm going to have to figure out if this project does go on, what I'm going to do for it. Or it might just be one of those things that stops and I'm just stuck with about 60 cards of 88 Tops graded. So who knows? But that's the order, guys. Definitely want to thank Mike. I appreciate all the work that you always do, man. And I thank you for putting on these group submissions. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the PSA reveal. I hope you guys are getting your orders back, and I hope that you're happy with them. And as always, guys, I hope you have a blessed evening. Until our next video.
See ya. Bye, guys.